Hi, everyone. Guess what day it is? It has to be Tuesday because guess what? It's Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday where we spit. where we share about treats, business, and life just for you every Tuesday. If you want to know more about Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday, go to our Facebook group and chat with us there. And you can show off every Saturday what you made over the week. Okay? You can also find us at Tamela Taylor Treat Talk IG. Okay? We're on IG. If you want to email us, you can go to treattalktuesday@gmail.com. Over to I'm Tamela. I am owner of Torlitas for that sweet and crunchy taste. Torlitas is a dessert company located right here in this great state of Ohio, where we specialize in salty sweet treats. If you want to know more about me and my business, please go to at Torlitas. That's T as in Tuesday. ORLITAS. Now over to my wonderful co-host, Taylor.
Hi, I am Taylor with Taylor's Kitchen, located in Albion, Michigan, where we make custom treats for your special occasions. I also specialize in gluten and dairy-free options. And it has been great seeing what people have posted on our Facebook group. As you have said, we've had a couple people show off or showcase what they have done throughout the week. And I am shocked and I am happy to see so many beautiful things that people are making. It's like encouraging because you're like, I'm not the only one that spent my weekend doing something for someone else. There were others. There were others.
There's others out there. And if you know a treat maker, please have them send them a link to join our Facebook group as well. So,
Yeah.
Taylor, what are we talking about today? Oh,
So
don't
today,
forget. Oh, before you start, don't forget we have this wonderful volume 1 podcast desserts book available. We'll make the link for you to purchase. I think it's $47, but it's 36 pages full of color, all the treats that we did over the past year of 2020 and 2021, and we're redoing them, or we have another volume coming out in December of the treats that we do on the demos here on Treat Talk Tuesday. So you'll find some really great recipes between Taylor and myself, and I know you won't be disappointed. So I just want to make a shameless plug.
yes, yes. And don't forget that we also include some business tips because here on Tamla and Taylor Street Talk Tuesday, we talk to you about treats, business, and life. And we hope that our guests reflect that. We hope that the demos that we do reflect that, and just the general conversation that we have, which we're going to have today. We're going to have a conversation about working with corporate clients, or if you are a home baker. I still work from home, a home that's separate from my home, but I still work from home. I don't work in a licensed kitchen as of yet. And so we're just going to have a conversation about working with corporate accounts for like big orders, for things like maybe hiring help or like what to charge. We're just going to talk about some of our experiences that we have had so far. So,
Yes, and that is a good topic, I think, for people that are home bakers or home treat makers, and how to scale their business. And it's going to come a time because your products are so wonderful and they want people to share with other people that don't know about your company. And you're in business to make money. Yes, we know it's a passion. Yes, we know it's a labor of love. Yes, we know it's just we want people to appreciate our product. But we do have lights to pay, we do have gas to pay, we do have other licenses to pay and things like that. So for your business, you got taxes to pay. So we have to do things, to kind of, make sure that we can enjoy what we do and also stay in business. So Taylor was talking about how to get corporate clients and how to work with corporate clients. Please, if you have worked with a corporate client before, drop a 7 in the chat box. A number 7. I'm the 7th child, so let that be the number. A 7 in the chat box. And if you have not worked with a corporate client yet, drop a number 9. Let's do 9. Okay. Any 9s out there? So, okay. If you have or have not um, been able to work with a corporate client, there are a lot of things that you need to know going in. For instance, do you have your LLC, your limited liability? Well, do you have a business license? We'll say that because there's different licenses. Do you have a business license yet? Do you have your EIN, which is a employee identification number, I believe it's called. And those come free with your EIN. You have to just, apply for it. And then there's something called a SIC code. I think it's called SIC code. And that really identifies what you do in particular as your business. You're a baker, is it chocolate? Are you doing gluten-free and things like that? So it kind of gets into more detail when you have a SIC code. And also, do you have a corporate bank account? Do you have a way for people to get in contact with you, a phone number, a email address that is identify you as a business? So Taylor, I was saying some things that people that want to work with a corporate client, they need their business license, their EIN number, a SIC code, which is more identifying the finite things that they may offer, chocolates or baked goods or acidic things like salsa or things like that. I know we're talking about treats, but there's a lot of people out there that have other edible items besides sweet treats. But anyway, and I think I mentioned like a email address as well as a phone number. You want to add to that list?
Some of the things that were very pivotal for processing were the things that you said, especially working with such like big organizations, and they have lots of events. And so one key thing that I want to say is to do the best that you can. Yes. Do what you know you can do and do it well. That's one big thing. You don't want to, one thing that my my coach always tells me is to under promise and over deliver. And so this is a good time to do that, especially when you are doing things for different organizations, because not only do they bring together the people in their organization, they normally bring in other organizations to work together. And for the event that I just did the desserts. Someone else did the food. So then you were able to highlight other businesses, or you're able to still, get some promotion from being associated with other people, and then just have fun. Have fun with what you're doing. Have fun with the in doing the work. Plan ahead, but have fun in doing the work, because you want to get events like this. You want to be able to do these things all the time. But one thing I've learned with like everything, it just seems like time is going by really fast, and taking the time to appreciate things, the things that you made it through, the things that are coming up that you're like anxious about and you don't really know if you're going to make it. You're like, I want to make it through these things, but man, I don't know. It's taking a lot out of me to do them. So yeah, just be grateful. Take a moment to like stop and really just be like excited about the things that you have going on. With any event, it's like I said, lots of preparation. So securing funds, having a policy in place to get the paperwork set up. A lot of corporate places do things by email. It's not by phone. It's waiting until Monday. It's having things in by 5 o'clock on Friday or before 5 o'clock so that you can get an answer, for that weekend. And so it's just a lot of things that I'm not used to because I just work from home or I work with, certain people. They may just be like, messaging me on Facebook, or like they may send me an email for like a quote, but and then they call me, so it's just different than working with everyday people. So that's one thing that was like, I don't really check my email a lot, you know, I kind of I check it more now since this has happened, but I have a business email and I don't really check it a lot. So just different small little things like that. Looking presentable by having a business email, a business phone number. So I know I use a Google phone number. And so people, when they call me, they say, leave your name and we'll see if she's available. Just that difference than like, you can tell if you want to talk to somebody or not talk to somebody. You can like kind of screen your calls. So it's good on
Yeah.
your end. It's also good on their end because it's like, wow, this is a real business. Like it'll give you time to be like, hey, kids, be quiet. I'm on the phone. Anything. It'll give you time to pull yourself together. So yeah, just those simple things, having those simple things in place, makes your business appear to be at a level that's worthy of the person that's asking you to do business for them.
Yeah, it's like building that know, like, and trust factor that we hear so often about. And you're presenting yourself in a certain way, in a professional way that say, okay, well, I've seen I'm sure they're going to go on social media. That's what we all do.
Right.
We go on social media to see what they're about and see what their items are about, see what other people are saying. So it's good to, if you have a social media presence, if not, check us out, DM us, we can help you with it. But, having a social presence lets people know, hey, they're in business, they're doing their special treats, and oh, how great they are. I've heard about them. And you also want to be sure to post what other people and testimonials are saying about your business, because that helps to seal the deal, I think. And it really gives people, like I said, that know, like, and trust factor when they hear someone else saying how great your product is or how their experience was with you. And be sure that after you have done the job for the corporate client, ask them for a testimonial, ask them for feedback, ask them for a text or a couple of lines of text, or even a short 30-second, 5-second, 10-second video of their experience and how they worked with you. Or it just really helps to, when you're going for other accounts and things like that, that people have really just, enjoyed working with you and enjoyed, more importantly, your product. Okay. So I know that. Also, here's another tip, that some companies, even though I would ask upfront for the cost, or the cost of the whatever the project is, I would ask upfront. But some companies are net 15 or net 30. And what that means is that they can pay you they have to pay you within 15 days, or they pay you within 30 days. So another way to maybe do that, depending on how large the order is to ask for half up front, because you don't want to go ahead and buy all those ingredients, all the packaging, and all the things that you know to do well to have a great response to your product, and you have to dig in your own pockets to get it. You might not have it like that. If you do, great. If you have a credit card you can put it on and pay it off quickly, great. Do it. Absolutely. But there's a lot of home bakers and home treat makers who don't have it like that. So I would ask for half up front or three-fourths up front, and
Mm-hmm.
they can net 30, you can work it out that way. But also, I was just telling them that, how to, about payment and things like that, and have a bank account, a Stripe or PayPal, or some way that they can pay you, with a link.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's very important. Also, just establishing these things up front, not being afraid to ask for what you need, or saying you haven't given me enough time in order to complete this order. If somebody wants 100 cupcakes in the next week, you might have to be like, well, I don't have, I don't have. Are you gonna pay a rush charge, or are you gonna pay all the money, today? And then one thing that I take into account my time and the hours that I work. However, some things that took a lot more time than I anticipated was the packaging. Especially when
Mhm.
you do things like during this time with people want individualized packaging. So printing out all the stickers, making the labels, printing the labels, making the boxes, putting together the boxes, um, or even, if you're doing cookies, you have to, I put like a piece of foil inside of the cookie paper, and then I put another sticker on top, and then I had the sticker with the ingredients,
Wow, that's a lot
so
of packaging. Yeah.
yeah. And the cookie was maybe like 3 inches big. But just imagine that if you have to do 90 of those, and you're like by yourself, and you're like putting all packaging together, and you're like, man, just
And
think
it's
if
4 a.m., it's 2 a.m.,
yeah,
and one breaks and you don't have another one. You're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do?
I
That's why
mean,
you make extra too.
by the end of the time, I was like, I had like two people count these cookies, and I was like, it's 60. No, it's 80. No, it's 90. And then I was just like, let me just go check the order again. Another good tip, have your orders up on a board, like right in front of you. I don't know how your system works when you input the order, but just like stick it on the board, write your target number on there.
Yes. Or even a dry
Because,
erase board. Yeah.
oh man, Tamela does a good job at that. She's like looking up, she's like, all right, we need to do this and this and this. And I'm like, she wrote it down. That is so beautiful. Just writing things down helps you. I think having like cell phones and laptops and different things like that, yeah, you still type it out, but like having a list of things, I feel like it's like nothing compares to just having a list of things that you need to do, especially when you have to have so many things. Um, you got to get the ingredients, the packaging, the labels, uh, and I make my own labels. Um, I do that using just like address stickers, since we have a template from the Calhoun County, or the U. I don't know. It's from the agricultural department for the state of Michigan.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so we have a template that we need to use for cottage food laws.
Yep.
And so, um, yeah, so I do that. I made my own little templates based on that. And so that's another thing. And then like make sure you have enough of those for each, product that you have to do. So it's all like tedious, it's all thought provoking, it's all like not something you just pull together in a day or two.
No.
I put some
No.
things together. I put some things together quickly, but like not like in a
Large
day
orders
and
like
date. Or like,
that.
yeah, it's a lot. Even with
That's a lot.
Amazon's help. for the packaging, it still was like, I counted, I counted the boxes. I was like, man, I literally needed 5 more boxes. Do you know how you have to order a whole package of things because you need 5 more? It is just like, ah, so close. But just have to keep recounting and rechecking and going over things again, not only in your head, writing them down, making a list. I do have days. I made a post a couple of weeks ago about Mondays and how they are my days for like administration and for recording. We normally record
Mm-hmm.
Tamla and Taylor Treat Talk Tuesday on Mondays. And so just having like those little things have been helpful for me. And they will be,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And not only that, when you have help,
Yeah.
the sacred few that will help,
Yes, the sacred few. The
they will
sacred.
help and they'll know what to do and they know what their number is and what number you're going for because if you have it all in your head, they can't see it. They just can't see it. And so everybody wants to get done. Everybody wants to know how, if I have an hour to help, what do I need to do or how can I help? So it's good to have those numbers, everything laid out and, all that. So good. Yeah, really
That
good
help
tip.
that help point is very vital because include help in your cost for the people that you are charging, because like not doing that and then like it coming out of your own pocket, you almost feel like this was for nothing, not for nothing but like for nothing. You know what I mean? Like you're like,
Yeah.
I've wasted much time. It's good for like recognition. It's good for like getting your name out. It's good for being introduced to a new audience. It's good for all of those things, but those things should be getting you more clients. They should be getting you more orders. They should be getting you more, orders. More
Yeah.
orders.
And just like you said, you have product and you have packaging and labels and all that great
Ingredients.
stuff. Yes, ingredients. Once you get to a level where you can get all the cottage laws or all the ingredients and things and your logo and the name of the product, that particular product, God forbid you got 16 different varieties of something, but you'll be able to get that printed on your packaging so you can just
Mhm.
load and go. So to load
Yeah.
and seal and that's it. But until then, there's a
Still.
lot of unforeseen costs, and sometimes you don't see it until you go through the process, right?
Yeah.
You go through, you're like, wait a minute, I didn't put that on there. I have extra sprinkles. Oh, I need to buy a special color, or oh, I need to buy sparkle, or
Yeah.
paint it on, or what have you.
Simple
So
things. Mhm.
those things, and starting out, it's you want to get it out there. Sometimes you have to, quote unquote, I won't say what that. Sometimes you have to give a break in order to keep going and have them suggest, you for other things or maybe for other people, depending on, if they have other corporate clients and things like that. So there's a ebb and flow. We get it, but definitely charge what you need and then negotiate, go up because corporate clients are looking to work with small businesses. They have money set aside in their budget each year to do things like that. So, you're be sure to get your costs together and make sure that you have a markup so you can negotiate, what is your bottom line that you need to make a profit and
Mhm.
add on 20% of that. And
Right.
then you can negotiate. And it's like, oh, okay, well, it might be a big number. I understand it's a big number to people
But it's
that,
a big
are just
job.
starting out. It's
It's
a
a big
big job.
job.
Yeah.
It is.
And guess what? Your product is worth it. Your product
Mhm.
is worth it. Okay.
Yes, yes. So we are talking about, once again, here on
Yeah.
Tamla and Taylor Treat Talk Tuesday, we're talking about working with corporate clients and some things that we have learned working with people. And so I just did my first like big, I guess it was like a big order for me. It was 6 dozen cookies and 6 dozen cupcakes. Um, so 72 of each individually packaged and presented. And it was a big job. And, some things I expect to like do myself. A lot of things that I did do myself. Of course, I had to do all the baking and all the decorating. But some things that I did delegate to others were things like the packaging, um, and it's just good to have the faithful few, like Tamara will say, the packaging with the faithful few, and make sure that you are including things in your cost or in your price for the help that you get. Nobody wants to work for free. Nobody wants to feel like they're used and abused, because the next time you need them, they will say unto you, you did not pay me for the last time, so why am I coming back to help you again? Unless it's out of the kindness of my heart. I've had some faithful few out of the kindness of their heart, and I truly appreciate them. But I know
I
they're like,
mean,
you're
we
getting paid.
do.
Now I want to get paid too. And they don't
Absolutely.
know.
And there are some faithful few. I have some, you have some. But in order to, if we're also getting large accounts now and they want repeat product, you might want to talk to your local small business office to see how you can hire someone part time on your heavy production days and things like that. And this is something else I want to say. Depending on how you get your product to the venue, to the spot or the place, location where you need to deliver, you need to find out, okay, is it a football field across? Do I need to bring, a flatbed? Is there a flatbed available? Is there a point person I can contact? Is there a key entry to the space where I need to go? Make sure you get all that information and numbers of people who is your contact, because you don't want to show up to the place and you're like, well, where is everybody? And you have no number or you don't have any direction on how to get into the venue. You might have to have a table. You might have to have your own linen. You have to ask those things too, because you don't want to show up someplace with your wonderful product and all all in its nice packaging and things, and there's nowhere to set it. So those are also good things. So let us know in the comments if you have experienced some of these things that we talked about. Do you have any tips for our audience that that can make their process a little bit smoother? What things have worked for you? And what are some things that really gird you, or what are some things that you have a horror story? Do you have a horror story where it didn't work, okay, or it didn't work out? I have one. I have a few of them, but we're not here for that. So we're talking about
Want to
get
hear one, Tamala. We want to hear.
you
What
want
is
to hear it?
one? What is
I've
one
said it before.
experience? What is
Okay,
one
I've said it
thing?
before. I'll
Okay,
make
all
it
right.
really quick. So I was so young, in my business, and a lady wanted, she had my product before, she's purchased before, this is years ago. She purchased before and she wanted it for one of her, she hired me to do an event for her nephew or son or somebody like that. He was graduating high school, right?
Mhm.
Cool. She wanted some torlitas. She wanted this and that and the other. She gave me all the colors, the date and times and things like that. This is before I was pre-charging. Um, I got all the things and bells and whistles, what she wanted together. And I called her that day. So that's another tip. Call a couple of days before you have to deliver to make sure everything is okay. Make
Mhm.
sure if there's any changes, are we still on tack, just kind of touch base with your client. So anyway, I called her the day of and I said, "Oh, I have your product. And what do you want me to deliver?" It was crickets. Oh, first of all, wait a minute. I'm sorry. It's been so long ago. I forgot. She didn't answer. She did not answer. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's early in the day. Maybe I'll just call a little bit later. I think I called maybe an hour or two later. There was no answer. Crickets. So I'm like, did I miss something? Is today the day? So about later on that evening, 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the evening, she calls me back and
Mhm.
she says, "Oh, we don't need it now." And I was like, "Well, I just, created this product, all these items for you." And then she asked me, "Well, can't you sell it to somebody else?" And that was, I'm saying it in a calm voice, but that wasn't her calm voice. Okay.
Yeah.
"Well, can't you sell it to somebody else?" No, I can't. And I was too nice at that time to say, I can't. This is what I created for you. And
Right.
this is what we agreed on, and blah, blah, blah. But pretty much I never heard from her again. And it was okay. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's a
That's
okay
okay.
thing, but it
Right.
really, you never know until you go through these things that you understand how
Mhm.
to do your business. Not saying that, you need to do it like mine or my suggestion or Taylor's suggestion, but you go
Mhm.
through things. You can only go through it in order to understand what is best for your business. Okay. We
Right.
can only just share our experiences. So
This is true.
that's it.
And one of the greatest experiences that I can share with you guys is having systems in place, systems for quickly getting out quotes. Even I set a deadline for myself. I tried my hardest to have a quote back within 48 hours because they are not just calling you. They are calling you, they are calling someone else, they are seeing which one is the cheapest, and they go normally with the one that's the cheapest. Now they may come back to you and they may pay full price the next time because the cheapest may not always be the best. However, these things happen. And so that's what people decide to do. So, yeah, like Tamla said, we're just giving you our advice. We're just telling
Yeah.
you the things we went through. Hopefully, it'll help someone in some kind of way.
And I just want to say, Taylor just wasn't just some cookie. Those were very intricate, large butter, butter. I don't know what. Anyway, they were delicious. They're delicious cookies, and
Thank
they're not no little small things, sugar cookies. No, they are very intricate. She does a very wonderful job. It was a Black Girl Magic cookies, was it?
Oh, so for
Or
this
no?
one I did, it wasn't Black Girl Magic cookies. It was they wanted it was like a ethnic dinner, a cultural ethnic dinner. And
Oh,
so I
okay.
did different skin tones. And that's
Oh,
why the
nice.
cookies were different shades. So I did different color skin tones. And
But
then
still, that takes a lot of professionalism, know-how, and those were, what are they called? The icing. What type of icing is it called?
royal icing.
Royal icing. All right.
Yes.
It wasn't just buttercream and slapped on and no, no,
Oh
she
no.
does a really, really super job. So it's not just the run of the mill type of cookies. So that's what I wanted to say.
Okay. Thank you, Tamara.
All right, we have blabbed and talked, and so I know
Yes,
people are like,
yes, yes.
okay, when is this going to end? So we had some good stuff in here. I'm going to end it right here. Be sure to check us out, Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday on Facebook. Be sure to go to our website, easytree.me/treat talk Tuesday. That's easy tree, like you grow the tree, .me/treat talk Tuesday. And you'll see all of our links there. You'll see the area where you can purchase your volume 1 of Podcast Desserts and some other things on there as well. So, Taylor, you want to send us out?
Yes, I am Taylor with Taylor's Kitchen, located in Albion, Michigan, where we make custom treats for your special occasions. We hope that you have learned something today. We hope that you have been encouraged and just excited about taking on some new clients, about taking on those big orders, getting help, um, charging the right thing, and most of all, enjoying the journey. Document the journey, make a video to yourself about the things you went through, write it down. Just make sure you take the time to be proud of the things that you have done, the things that you have accomplished. It's going to be so big for you in the future. So you'll have these stories to look back on and the things to know that you can do anything you put your mind to. So that is us. Have a blessed week, people. Bye.
Bye. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye.